He's going to be trying to break it down, but playing some of those special backhand punches that we always see.
He's got a bag full of tricks, but a long serve out the gates, and it's on Jaehyun with the first point in this best-of-7 battle. Slow spin popped up a bit as he saves it from near the ground. Truls acknowledging the fortune, but that last shot unreturnable. Doesn't miss by much, at least from that camera angle. Whole table would have been open. No way! It's like he practiced it.
Maybe he did.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Players are getting more and more precise these days.
Oh. Well, on Jaehyun's fit seems to be fine.
2-all.
We did see Truls play some good spinny parallel shots in his last round to get here. Sets it up very well, keeping on Jaehyun second guessing, looking for that attack. It's Yunam Gyu in the background, first Olympic gold medalist, 1988. Timo said it was the best 8-pack he had ever seen. It inspired him to work harder.
Let 3-2.
Speaking of 8-packs, physical trainer, big brother, and coach Malta Moregard on Truls' side. Oh, good wraparound. Pulls the racket to the shoulder rather than the forehead to get some side spin and surprise with this parallel shot.
He's always a little bit unorthodox on these compared to other ones, Truls Moregard, but he just has such an ability to go in either direction, even when he's slightly off balance.
Unorthodox with the unoctagon racket. And there it is, a little bit of a banana split like the Chiquita, but he comes under the ball there to leave some question as to how much spin is on it with the side spin. Oh, the finisher! That was really high IQ play because Truls knew that he would have been cooked if he stepped around and ripped a shot, so he slows it down there, changes the pattern, and right off the bounce with the finish. A lot of quality on that opening forehand on Jaehyun. We've seen the power, good on both wings.
Nice finish backhand down the line from Jaehyun there. Really feels like both players are just feeling each other out a little bit in this game, and that's very common in the first game of any matchup, but even more so in a 7-game encounter.
The backhand punch.
6-5.
It's a shot that you don't see a lot at this level, but much like Adriana Diaz, Truls knows how to use it very effectively to end a rally.
6-all.
Just earlier on, this was quite a rally here. The pattern's constantly changing. That was the smart move right there. Didn't fall for bait, try to finish the point. Invested in the future, and it paid off.
Still thinking about that line, Adam. Invested in the future. What a great line that is.
Oh, thanks.
6-7.
I got to try to do the same for myself, and then we'll all be in good shape. 6 serving 7 here on Jaehyun. Oh, surprise, surprise! Forehand surprise. How many forehand flicks are there inside of this Swedish legend here?
When something like that comes off, it just puts so much uncertainty into the movement of the other player.
Yeah, moving forward too, he's got to worry about a lot. And again, unpredictable. Steps around the corner. The obvious way to go would have been cross court, but he wraps around and brings it down the line. And there's that flatter, punchier backhand. The reason it's tougher is you don't have the arc for security to make the shot. But when you make it, it forces the opponent to lift to keep it out of the net. It's an unnatural counter. Good exchange here. Jaehyun saves a game point. 3 more to go for Truls, though.
This feels like he's playing quite a lot out to the Jaehyun forehand, doesn't it? You would never think that that's a tactic, but Truls seems to be employing it quite well.
I can think of a reason why he would, but it's going to depend on timing, and he's going to make sure he's in position because forehand is Truls' best shot. Therefore, if he can get Jaehyun, tempt him to play a cross-court shot, as you can see him starting to favor that, it might set up a better chance for him to win the rallies, but well played there, more on the parallel. And the glide, the slide, and the inside. 16 centimeters, the minimum requirement from the time it leaves the hand. For reference, that's about the height of the net, just shy of the height of the net, which is 16.25 centimeters high. We can take some guesses, but we can't imagine that translates to yes or chole.
Too long.
You got your chole, though.
Something like that, maybe even a yole there, a little bit of Swedish remix. Remix! Good hands inside the table, shuts down any chance for a third ball attack. I've used the word uncomfortable probably more than any word I've used this week that's not just a must in table tennis. I feel like when Truls plays, he's excellent at making it uncomfortable for the opponent.
And I would say especially when he's blocking or defending, he's so good at not just putting the ball back on the table, but putting it back with some emphasis, putting it back into a really difficult area.
Every single ball has intention. Oh, speaking of which, that receive was quite quick. So it's their first WTT meeting, these two, but they've played 3 times before. Oh, that is so fast. Hits the left shoulder there, right near the armpit.
3-0.
And in those 3 encounters, Jaehyun has won 2 of the 3. Twice as successful as Truls in their history, but it's been some time. That said, in terms of the age gap, just the 2 years favoring Jaehyun in experience at 25 years old. So you'd imagine that Truls has come up more since the time that they last played in 2019. Not to mention that was Jaehyun's biggest result.
4-3.
Nearly making the final at the World Championships. The same year Simone Gauzy beat Shushin, whose wife is here now watching, and everything is related to Kevin Bacon. 4 serving 3.
3-5.
So what would you change if you were Jaehyun to get the results to turn in your favor after game 1?
I think realistically he's just got to find a way to start to implement his game. There was a lot of Truls controlling, there was a lot of Truls turning the corner like we even saw a glimmer of on that point. But Jaehyun is normally the one that's burst in. He's normally the one applying the pressure and the power. So he's got to find a service game and a receive game that allows him to do that.
5-0.
Jaehyun's a super chill guy. And despite getting angry on the court sometimes, so is Truls. He's got a wonderful sense of humor. They just express themselves quite differently at the table. backhand punch, it's big.
6.
To step in front. Sort of marking his territory in a way. Laying down some authority here. It's obviously backing his brother, but you can just feel the tension, the adrenaline pumping through in this moment, the importance of this match. Oh, it would have been crazy. Looked like a fencing lunge out there for the final backhand. Parry thrust from that deep backhand.
He's trying to give it that Jørgen Persson swat kill with the backhand to finish it. Didn't quite come off.
Tough day at work.
6-0.
It's a wonderful screenshot. That was an interesting freeze there, that pause for the block. Yeah, few can repeat that. Jørgen Persson, the JP Flamingo swat. I hadn't said its name in so long, I forgot the whole thing there. He gets up on 1 foot. Taller than most, Jørgen Persson. So back and forth they go in this tug of war on the scoreboard. Chop block, he's trolling him.
You can see after the chop block that it actually flies off the end of the table from An Jae-hyun. It's really difficult to read those in the moment. Normally it's loaded with backspin.
Right, and this one I think was mostly side, which is why it did carry long. It's a bit of a guessing game when that chop block comes back at you. Many players get cautious in that moment.
Let 7-0.
Pretty aggressive let receive there. A bit of extra practice in the moment. Beautiful receive inside the table. Takes his chances here with that stroke. Has to have a very closed racket to get over the baseline of the table against this reverse pendulum. Or at least it appeared. Still brushed it well.
Yeah, it's a great change there from Truls Moregard, giving it that sort of patted flick, not any spin on it, changing up the spin for An Jae-hyun. It's uncomfortable again, that word.
Yeah.
10-7.
You saw the stat on screen there, and Truls looking for more than just the stat, looking for another point here. He's got 3 game points for a 2-0 lead. That is how it's done. A close attempt the time before, but it's An Jae-hyun getting a little bit more topspin on this as he races to catch this one. The chop block. Oh, perfect. Tip of the racket down, elbow up, and snapping through to keep the topspin on with the drive.
10.
Clever idea. Table not big enough for the idea, though. And it's 2 game points saved. An Jae-hyun could add a lot of K-drama to this scoreboard should he save another game point. He got a Truls shot back. He got a dummy loop. Game number 3. This could be the pivotal turning point if there will be a turning point. It's up to An Jae-hyun. Ooh. 2 of the first 3 points in the match were very similar to this. Bit of fortune here. Another IOU in the pocket for An Jae-hyun. In a best of 7, they have more time to cash them in. This is the power that An Jae-hyun has that he didn't long before 2019. That he can finish a point even with the opponent behind the table. Driving, ripping. A lot of legs, well, 2. But a lot of leg muscle put into those shots.
interesting from Truls as well in those back from the table exchanges. He's playing really high arced spin. He's not going for power. He's going for power when he's close to the table.
It was like he was sleepwalking, and he made that. He was running completely to the forehand and just hit it behind him before he'd balanced that shot. Somehow just pulls up on the ball to keep the top spin on. And another point from behind the table from Jaehyun. Fast long serve deep to the backhand. It's a race on the step around. Just cleaning the rubber there to make sure he's got full traction. Truls on receive on Jaehyun. Good start. Oh, beautiful contact. Just a little bit underneath the ball to make it bite. Not a lot, not heavy backspin. It was more about deception. So it looked like it would come off the table, and it stayed shallow for a second bounce.
2-4.
You and I have talked a lot about Kunak Jaw's serves. This reminded me of a Kunak Jaw serve.
3-4.
Yeah, one of the best at the depth control. It was certainly very similar.
Placement, the soft hands as he scrapes the first ball to leave it spinning on the opposite side. Good side spin there coming in. A lot of players in the early stages know how to put side spin on, but when it comes back awkward, they don't know what to do. Truls is not that player. In front by one now. Truls was trailing, and now he's truling.
Play.
Under the table, beautiful spin on Jaehyun, putting the pressure on from a difficult place. I like that right out of the air volley to the ball kid corner. But the footwork and the unpredictability of Truls, he's so active, the scramble in this point.
He's all over everything really close to the table and changing direction. That gives him the advantage then when he's able to get his chance to play hard like you've just seen. He plays that dummy loop, unexpected turns, and he can rip to the middle.
5-7.
Oh man, that could have been a knee and a barrier again like he did in Norway. Chop block sits up way high, and Jaehyun races in. If that comes back over the net, that's trouble. But it's out of reach there. That camera angle made it seem a bit more clear. Oh, right there for a potential, seemed like a second bounce on the table. Jaehyun just catching the top of the ball.
Well, he obviously wasn't happy with his last attempt at a chop block. He wanted to practice again, Adam.
Yeah, well, he definitely went the other way in terms of keeping it extra low this time around.
8-7.
A bit of a backhand pancake flip. Comes in to show the open, the push, and then turns it over. This is something that almost only Ma Long would do. Crucial moments here for an outright service point.
He's just in flow now, Truls. You can see it in his eyes. He feels he's in control of this match.
And even here, a difficult ball comes in low. And Truls, without completely replanting his feet or moving in, just drops and spins it back. What touch and feeling he's got, along with 3 game points. Beautiful response as the ball comes back. So does Jaehyun, moving back into the table after he gets a softer shot. Sounded like Brother Malta down there, offering some words of wisdom in this moment. Encouragement, perhaps.
10-8.
I had the same experience. I think it's the humidity. There it is, 11-8, Truls Moregard. Players back to the table. Truls leads 3-0.
Long 1.
Just thinking back to the World Championships where Truls was playing through injury every day.
1
And managed to pull off some incredible wins and put up quite a fight. Only losing to the player waiting in the next round,
1-0.
Wang Chuqin, in the semifinals. There it is, the dummy loop from the backhand, where Truls keeps the elbow and the racket head parallel, not whip-like, imparting less spin. Oh, you love it. The patterns. 2 chop blocks in the same point. 1. Okay, this is the later part. That was the second one already. A lot of energy, a lot of emotions out there. More visibly on the side of the man in red. Oh, as he pulls back the right foot, Truls creates just a little bit of a shift in balance, and Jaehyun exploits it at the first opportunity. Watch the right foot of Truls. There. That was when the balance was taken out. Jaehyun could feel the shift of weight. Couldn't see the feet, didn't have to.
4-2.
I like it. Again, don't confuse his rage, his emotion, for disrespect. Whenever there's any question, much like with Sora and the ball that was not clear if it caught the edge or not,
4-2.
he's as fair as they come. The quality from Jaehyun when he gets behind the table. The difference here, Truls again, who's played the Chinese Super League. It's been a long time since Scandinavians have done that. He just has this full arm stroke that's way more common in China than anywhere in the world. And a solid serve for a man who's campaigning to extend this match. Jaehyun is in a must-win game for the rest of this match. That is the scenario. The caution. The big shot comes back. Jaehyun is playing some very smart table tennis out here. Good touch there. Constantly moving to reposition. This serve.
7-3.
A bottle challenge to a right-handed player. Again, righty to lefty, this is common. Righty to righty, line to line. Cool seeing Ojun Sung there, chatting with Sam, the videographer for Team Japan.
7-4.
A little bit of side spin to spice up the smoothie here as a smooth backhand bending shot brushed by Truls Moregard leaves some question as to what is on it. Don't take a picture of that in the front row, come on.
7-4.
he tried to give Truls a taste of his own medicine with the bottle challenge down the forehand line. Good coverage of the elbow there with the backhand at first. And trying to wrap around inside out on the parallels. Quite an unusual shot. It has been a long, exciting day. You've seen the packed house the whole day. Some getting rested and prepped for tomorrow, the final day of action. Oh, the chop block is so good. Jaehyun must go passive with that ball, but he touches it so delicately that it keeps Truls in an uncomfortable position, taking it at table height.
8-6.
This is the sprint at the business end of game 4. Truls not looking for any more games in this match. He's earned himself the privilege of choice. And in the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th. And there it is. It's a side spin once again. Something funky. Just to throw it in. No spin on that, almost nothing.
Timeout.
Spilling out and getting back up 3 times in the same point to win a lobbing rally that became a counterattack rally. Oh, smooth like butter. Some K-pop and backhands out here. Right out of the timeout, makes a statement. After a lot of touch rallies, there's the power. Flat hit, but it's still in play. The swat. Oh, an epic rally. Everything, everywhere, all at once. If any movie title could apply to a point in table tennis, that was it here and now. Jaehyun, the arc on that ball, so free, so fluid. Backhands from back. And that's the shot to finish it. Side spin, look at the pull there.
8-9.
Jeez, is that a lot of work for 1 point. Inhaler, please. 6 of the last 8. Momentum with Moregard. Oh, turned and burned rotisserie. It is yakitori here in Yokohama. Skewered up after truling the first 3 games. Look at that pull from the pocket, the bend on this ball. If he was perfectly in position, you would have thought that was a beautiful shot. He had to fall out of the way just to create the opportunity, and it sets up 2 game points. Only needs the one on Jaehyun, extending. Not just game, but brand in general. He is style personified. Good side spin comes in. Truls knows what to do, works with the bends, moves around. Oh, parallel right back to where it came from. Return to sender, please. Oh, Truls, barely any follow through, just closes the wrist, thumb first. The punches to the corners, finds a way to shift. A little clippage off the top on this last. Shot blocks again, the percentages. I'm sure there's somebody out there doing the data right now. Just so many chop blocks. What a satisfying slow-mo replay. Jaehyun from down near the ground. What did he do to that ball? Take a look here. 1 block. Tomahawk chop block. Can't see that. Snake from under the table. Beautiful. And then the forehand flick. Well handled by Snake Master himself, Truls.
6 love.
An omiyage, a souvenir here for Truls to take from Japan. It's funny, from T-League, Truls has played in Japan more than most.
6 love. 7 love.
Well, for a guy who was beaten in the last game, this is very much a one-sided scoreboard. Exhibition? What?
Love 8.
What's happening? Don't get me wrong, it's a one-sided scoreboard, but it's not 10-1. Huh.
Date. Love 8.
It's very unusual. Jaehyun has thrown in the towel. The fighting spirit that we've seen that's gotten him this far.
9-1.
I'm just flabbergasted. I'm so shocked. Wow. The exhibition begins.
10-1.
So traditionally, this would be the scoreline where you might see it. And in an exhibition, the most common trick that someone would pull is circling the table.
2-10.
Wow. Meaning lobbing. I think he's saying, give it to me again. This is completely mind-blowing. Truls is out of sorts. Serve wide to my backhand again. He'll go around the net. The grunts.
10-4.
Now the thing is, the reason this is really weird, it's charming, but how many points can Truls lose on an exhibition? There it is.
11-4.
What an unusual way to finish, but Truls going up 7-0 in this game.